Okay, well, I used to do a lot of gun show reports and uh, talk about panic buying and the shortages of ammo over the years. Well, I guess I got a new topic now. It's this coronavirus, the actually noticeable mass panic, and how this country's falling apart, going berserk. Okay, I didn't believe it. So you heard stuff, you see people on YouTube putting up government conspiracies, controlling movement, all kinds of weird stuff. It's an election year. So you got an election year, everybody's already starting with the Democratic Party's nominating their candidate, and all you hear is all this stuff from each candidate and then blah 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 at the end to defeat Trump, to defeat Trump. And well, there's a lot of politics going on too, and people got to be aware of this nonsense. They've been talking about this coronavirus. They've been getting all worked up about it, and some of the measures they're doing is restricting travel and all this other stuff. And it's kind of fishy because, being the fact it is an election year, okay, actually having the country go into a recession right now would not be a good thing for the president that's in charge, okay, which in a way somehow it's kind of doing that. There were rumors over a year ago that this year there was gonna be a recession. Well, if you just have a recession because of policy and stuff, well then you blame the president, okay? But if you have a national emergency, then you got the old shell game hocus pocus where you can blame everyone. Well, anyway, to me, I'm listening to all this. Didn't think nothing of it. I'm not a sports fan, so I don't go to any of the local sporting events, but I do know a guy that is the head of maintenance for the local arena or coliseum down here in Greensboro. And, whenever I see him, he comes to the same veterans post I do. I ask him how things are going. And like they had the figure skating championships here a few months ago. So the complex they have, the sporting events and everything else, it's pretty busy. It's pretty modern and large. They've expanded it. There's actually like a convention center, banquet center with a bar and everything, and they can have concerts in a smaller venue. So they've done a lot, and there's an awful lot of things going on there. I guess they're having some kind of basketball championships. We're supposed to be here. Well, now they got it to where the players just come in, and that's it, no audience, which, this creates economic mayhem for the area I live in. This is not good. So that was the first indications. But then it started getting like just overnight. We're sitting here, don't go here, don't do this, wash your hands. And then my wife was calling me yesterday, panicking that there's got special meetings and they're getting ready to close down the schools, shut down all the schools. Well, I said, just relax, and then turn the news on, and they're talking about it, blah, blah, blah. Governor's on TV, maybe we'll do it, But they said the situation is changing rapidly, and when they started saying that, I said, here we go. And sure enough, while we're watching the news, 6, 7 o'clock, my wife's getting emails, I guess that school district's going to shut down. So I said, all right. And she's like, oh, well, you got to go out and, they're going to start restricting movement. We won't be able to go to the store and they won't deliver. I said, just give me a list. I'll stop down to local Costco. I'll be on that road. I have to go pick something up for myself in the morning. I'll go to Costco when it opens, and I'll pick up the few odd grocery things that you're in dire need of, which is milk, bread, and she wanted me to get some meat or something. I said, all right. So I go to Costco, and generally, when the local Costco opens on a Friday morning, there's hardly anybody there. So I go down, went to the Sportsman warehouse and got what I needed, and it's, you know, quarter-mile down the road. So down the main drag I go, get to Costco, and I'm looking. There's like a traffic jam going into the little driveway, and I'm like, what is this about? Then I look over, and Costco isn't open. I got there 10 minutes early. The parking lot's full. Now, they just told everybody not to be in groups of more than 10 people. They canceled all sporting events, so you ain't got huge amounts of people in an arena. And what do I see? About 300 people wedged up against the wall waiting for them to open the door. So I'm standing in the parking lot with two other old guys like me, and we're looking. And I said, aren't you supposed to, aren't they telling you not to be in a large group of people? And the two guys are looking at me laughing, going, yeah. And they're like me. They came to run down, pick up a few items. And it's like mayhem to get in there. And Costco has their employees at the door wipe the handles of the shopping cart off with disinfectant. Okay, because they're very conscious to do what's well for the community. So, of course, getting into the building takes 20 minutes. So I'm just kind of standing there shooting a breeze with these other two guys. We're not going to get our blood pressure up over this. And there was all kinds of insanity. People are a big crowd in the front. Some old woman's trying to drive through, beeping her horn, screaming for everyone to get out of the way. Almost ran people over. I'm like, and of course, here's another weird thing. It's on Facebook. It's on everywhere. Toilet paper. I hear people, toilet paper. I hear everyone saying toilet paper. They're running out of it. Okay. It's like saying you run out of table salt or something. It's some kind of common thing everyone has. But now the toilet paper's all gone. Now, I don't know why. Okay. I don't want to know why. But it's just, now with everything going on, when we start looking at the big picture, it's some ridiculous, meaningless nonsense that everyone's talking about. Okay, the shortage of toilet paper. And if we look in the background of what's going on, it's like I told my wife, why are you in a hurry to get food? We're not going to lose power. It's not an ice storm. We're not talking about like a natural disaster like a hurricane or a storm or anything where there's going to be no power or that. I said, just wait for everyone to calm down. We'll go to the grocery store and get the food, I got to go Monday morning after the weekend. Everyone settles the hell down, I will. I said, it's no big deal. And she's all nervous. They're going to restrict movement. We ain't going to be able to go anywhere, quarantining. And of course, with all this other stuff going on, they're shutting down airports. They're restricting travel, which, okay. I can see where that causes problem. The stock market, I guess, on the news, took a hit that I remember back in the late 80s at Black Friday when the stock market dropped down. I remember that quite well. So now, these rumors about a recession and that, the economy's, something's going on. Okay? Now all the conspiracy guys, they're panicking, saying that the government's going to come in, send out troops and at the National Guard to restrict movement. So I'm like, yeah, really? No, on the news this morning. New Rochelle, New York, a suburb of New York City. They got the National Guard sealing off the suburb. No one can come in or out. Okay, for the next 14 days or something, everyone's got to stay in their home. So there is some truth to this weirdness. But in my opinion, when you look at it, you have all this, you have this panic starting. They're blocking travel. They're quarantining people, which with a disease it's not unreasonable, but to where they actually quarantine communities, some of that's coming true, which just today, I heard rumors about it for weeks. I've seen posts on YouTube, but now it's happening. So you have to wonder what's going on, because they're looking to get one group of people, and you can say President Trump or whatever, but what it is the people that really have the power and back him. are the ones that control everything, okay? And the Democrats want to get their guy in, and this other group of people want to get control of the country again. And there's a lot of strange things, you know, like I said, everyone's running around, virus, quarantine, toilet paper, stock market, which people notice, but kind of, you know, who are they going to blame? Are they going to blame President Trump or what? Okay, this is a political maneuver. And another thing I seen, you see all these weird things like somewhere on the internet I seen where the United States government said our longest running war, which was 20 years, is coming to an end. I guess that's the war on terrorism, is what they call it. They said that they've made peace with the Taliban. Okay? And they're sitting at a table and negotiating, and they're gonna, which I didn't realize the Taliban was an actual government or whatever. I forget how they explain that in the Legion magazine. When you're fighting a war against an armed group of people who are not really a government or something, I forget how that works. But supposedly the Taliban is in the middle of peace negotiations, and this is kind of slid in the midst of all this, and nobody pays attention to it. So there's some sort of serious political changes globally happening at this time. Okay? And it's kind of funny, it coincides with this coronavirus panic, which I guess some people said that, well, people die of the flu and viruses every year. But something about this one's supposed to be 10 times the lethality of it, or the amount of people that may succumb to it fatally, it's 10 times higher. That's what somebody mentioned to me today. So I guess this is what justifies the panic, but you're totally shutting down the economy. You're shutting down everything. We're in the middle, our stock market's plummeting. You're talking about this huge economic disaster going to happen. There's all this strange global political stuff going on in the background, you know, which is pretty important. If they're going to say that they made a deal with the Taliban or made a peace treaty with them and stop all the fighting in the Middle East, that's a pretty significant thing, you know. But you're not hearing about that. All you hear is toilet paper, Costco, crowds, panic. So really, I don't know. But I think, again, they're pulling a fast one. And it's just the working class people like me are going to get screwed. Your 401k is going to evaporate. God only knows what international politics nonsense is going on. And we're going to have, being an election year, a nasty political race with all kinds of crazy stuff going on and shit. So, yeah, here we go again. But, I don't know. I guess when I talk to some people, a lot of people aren't going out of the house. They're not going to any type of restaurants or anything. It's, you know, a lot of people around here like to eat out, especially when they're retired. They dine out a lot. And so I guess all of this is going to change the way we live for a period of time. I still have to go to American Legion this afternoon and do my thing and see my friends, so I'm not afraid. But I don't know, it's a strange one, and I have now it's kind of getting me nervous. There's too much going on and too much stuff in the background. You know, someone's trying to pull a fast one, either with the economy, with global politics, or whatever. And if they start blocking off areas, I can see in the cities where I live, it'd be kind of hard to do, you know. I mean, I don't live in a very heavily populated area or a close-knit city. I live more or less out in the country, so I don't know, unless they wouldn't let me go into town to go to the Legion. So, but all I can say is stay safe, try to keep yourselves, you know, as safe as you can from being exposed to this, and stay tuned. And if I see any other crazy stuff or it gets any more out of control, I'll make another video about it.